So this is the week 7 CCSE reflection, and I feel like for this week I was a lot more productive than I was in like the past week since I was like sick and dying and everyone else was. But knowing that like I got a lot more done this week definitely made me feel a lot better than I have. For sure. Monday, Tuesday, I kind of just went in and knocked out a lot of the SCR report and a lot of the Big Ten emails, and like getting that done was one of those bigger priorities I had in mind, just to, like, get that done. So working on the SCR, first of all, is going a lot faster. I feel like I don't know where I'm at on the list exactly, but Monday I got through a good chunk of it and I just sat there and worked on it like nonstop, and I just locked in on what I was doing, which is really nice, and I was able to get a lot more done. So now instead of having to work on one of the sheets for like 30 minutes or 45 minutes or even an hour trying to get this done, I can knock it out in like 10-15 minutes, get that done. Probably less, honestly. That's like an overestimate for me right now. But like getting it done in a timely manner, copy paste it into like the master sheet, edit that to like match everything. It's nothing now. Like I enjoy it now. And then being able to flip in between that and then the Big Ten email list. I don't know how many I've gotten done. I'm not counting. I'm just getting them done in a timely manner so I'm not like slowing down. But definitely, like, I've noticed that the Big Ten emails, like, that one is going to take a while to get done just because there's so many schools. I'm adding in new professors, looking up where they're at if they've left, like changing information around. That one definitely is more timely just because of how much detail goes into that one. So it's taking a lot more time than I thought it would, but it's not as bad anymore now that I've gotten like the hang of it and I know what I'm looking for. So command effing everything, easy peasy, we're getting it done. And so like I was really happy to see that that's going a lot faster for me, and especially that I'm now taking a class over Excel in one of my math classes. So we were able to do like an Excel lesson and learn Excel functions. So learning these functions have helped me so much in doing these projects, and it makes me so happy to be able to like get them done and also understand what's happening in the class with like a background in this. And along with that is like working on my LinkedIn learning and being able to add Excel to that list. I haven't really looked at my LinkedIn learning, but I've like been on it to like see what I want to add in or like do what I want to do on there. So I think over this break, that's definitely one of the things I'm going to be working on is my LinkedIn learning, just like as a pastime for me to like not get out of like the work groove or anything. So I'm really happy about that. And then for my goals of like this semester, I was talking about how I wanted to reach out more to professors, and I've definitely seen that more in this week where I was like, okay, second email. Okay, like I'm just gonna send this out to this person or I'm gonna get this done. Sending like communication wise has been great this semester, and it makes me so happy. Like I've actually had conversations with Dr. Schiff about the AI policy because I really enjoy doing the courses and clips now that I've actually gotten through like the learning curve of getting to like making those clips and like researching them, knowing what I'm doing, because I finally got like the AI section done, which made me so happy because I was so scared about this one. But once I got over like the first video and then I got into like algorithms and then I got into like cooler subjects like AI and like how they're taking like not taking government jobs but like helping to enhance the government jobs, I should say, and like learning the vocabulary and the rhetoric surrounding AI, because people make it sound scary, but what I've seen with this is it's not. And I've definitely like had a different perspective on it since doing the courses and clips, which is something I wasn't expecting, but I was expecting to have like a new perspective on things. I don't really know how to explain it, but actually learning things is what I was expecting, not to like have a different perspective. But I think like doing the courses and clips, I really like the research aspect of it and like doing projects with research because it's just helping me be more like informed of what's happening, because as someone who's applying to grad schools, in like the process of that, I'm looking at what these professors are doing and being able to understand and have conversations about like different research topics or things that I'm learning in the office in general, like different courses and clips, different classes that I'm interested in, has really helped me, especially like American government is another class I'm working on where I'm learning more about super PACs, learning about the elections, election coverage. I think it's great. I like it so much. Learning so much. And I even got another professor for a class that I took in the past, Poll 430, so political violence. That was a new class that I added on this week. And I'm excited to start working on that to like learn more. And I think that's what I really enjoy about like the courses and clips is like not only am I making these clips, but I'm also learning a lot more through these clips. So that's made me very happy and be able to have more conversations. On Wednesday, I was able to do my reflection, well, my BGDC reflection, which was really cool, and being able to like reflect back on things. And then it really made me more conscious about like posture and how I'm sitting, how I'm like presenting myself or like my self-introduction really, because that was another thing that I really wanted to work on in my goals. And I think I wrote them down in my doc where I've like edited my goals and like narrowed them down more to like what I wanted. And that was one of the things was like really like that presentation aspect of it, how I'm presenting myself to people is really important to me, and being able to like slow down and have a conversation instead of my high speed talking, because I've always got like something else on my mind to talk about. So being able to sit down and do that made me happy. And then on Thursday, it was more of like a chill day on Thursday for me personally, where it's a day before break. You asked me to work on some pizza and politics topics, so I brainstormed some of those ideas, and like I realized I had the ideas in my head, but I didn't know how to put those ideas from my head on paper, because in my head I feel like I have 1,000 ideas going around, 1,000 different directions, but I don't know how to put them out or explain them correctly. So I think that's another thing that I really want to work on in the coming weeks is like, how am I going to present these ideas? How am I going to communicate these ideas in a way that it's not confusing? Because in my head it's confusing, but it makes sense to me. But then when I present that, it's not. So really, this week or like the coming weeks, that's what I really want to work on more is like, how am I going to explain myself in a clear and concise manner? But really with like the pizza and politics, that like helped me realize that that was one of the things I want to work on. And being able to come up with like new ideas was very important to me, because I was like, okay, the election's coming up. What are we going to talk about in February? What are we talking about in March? And what will we be talking about in April? So far I had like rhetoric behind the Middle East, since that's a big topic, the electoral college, a new president, and not electoral college, but new Congress, new president, new agenda, catchy name. But going through like your LinkedIn helped me a lot to realize who I wanted to have or like what topics to cover. So that was really good. And then in the coming weeks, like meeting goals, I'm working more on like separating my work life from my home life, because that's one of the things I was definitely struggling with in the past weeks. Just because there was so much going on in the past weeks, I missed a day. I felt horrible about it. And I kind of struggled with that a little more, because I was actually thinking about it and like kind of like started to like work on some things at home. And I was like, oh my gosh, like no, but that's definitely one of the things I really want to work on, like not worrying about, especially like if I'm sick or like if I have classes, because I have to prioritize classes, but I also have other responsibilities like work. So that's one of the things I want to work on as the semester progresses, because it's just getting busier and busier. So finding a way to balance these things is going to be very important to me, and like something I really want to do. But that's about it for the last week or so. I'm excited for the next week that's coming up. We're coming back from fall break refreshed, hopefully rested, ready to go, ready to jump into our first round of exams for me personally, and then going into work and working on new projects, and then the election coming up, which is another bigger event. But I choose not to think about it, because the more I think about it, the more I get stressed out, since my birthday is literally the same week as the elections. So I'm trying to avoid thinking about this at all costs right now. So that we will see what comes up in the next few weeks.